Woo woo! Like where they say INDEPENDNCE. Do you know what that mean, man? Independence Day, Big Dog Chico. Deuce Scoop, maybe. Uncle Neely, we coming at you. Don't know what the hell we talking about today because we gonna go eat after this. It's the
You ain't
morning.
lying. Let's go.
Big Dog Chico, Big Dog Chico.
It's the 4th of July. Gotta grind, gotta get mine.
I saw you, Big Dog Chico.
What you saw?
I saw you getting lit off there, Webby. I saw you back there. I saw you getting lit.
He did flip the independent to independence on their arse. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there checking in. We appreciate y'all checking in with us on this Independence Day. 4th of July is more than just barbecue and things of that nature. You know, you got to celebrate the freedom, pride, passion, and everything else. Oh, that's ChatGPT. What's up? What's shaking, man? This is Uncle Neely and Big Dog Chico, man. We up in this thing live and direct. This is what we doing. We celebrating the way that we celebrate. Dukes will be joining us soon. But hey, get in the chat. Let us know what y'all celebrate. Get you some merch. Get you some merch too, just like Uncle Neely's wearing right there. Oh, now, by way of Jackson.
Hey man, you know the website. Hit that Shopify link up. It's gonna be in the chat. Go get you some merch. Get you some Uncle Chico. Get you some Morning Run. Get you some Big Dog Chico. Get you some Deuce the Scoop. Get you some Uncle Deli wear. It's all there. And we got a TMR 10% off code. You can see that TMR, the Morning Run code. Make sure you use that as you continue to arrive on this holiday. Let us know where you're arriving from. I see Sanford, Florida is in the building.
That's Jimmy Horn Jr. Home right there, Sanford, Florida.
Yes, sir. St. Pete is in the building. Yes, sir. Indeed. Y'all checking on in. Hey, Chico, I got something for you, man.
Arkansas, Louisville, Kentucky. What's up? What you got for me on?
Let's do something. And we can alternate, or you can just run your 5 off the top of your head. Don't matter. You remember we used to do drafts back in the day.
So what we doing?
Give me the top 5 must-haves at the cookout. Now wait, Chico, let me help you out now. Let me help the chat out too.
This is what I'm talking about.
Don't say nothing like no damn grill. We know the grill got to be there.
Okay, because I was going
to like no table and chairs. We know that's got to be there. Give me the top 5 must-have at the cookout, Chico.
All right. Here we go. Taking me back instantly to GWC projects and the 270.
Shout out to the GW.
You know, I don't know why I always go back there, but when you say barbecue, I immediately go back there. But must-haves.
Yeah.
Chicken, number 1.
Okay.
Drumsticks, wings. You know, I moved out to Hawaii. They started doing thighs.
Yeah.
I never, didn't think of that. So chicken, number 1.
Okay.
2.
No, we let alternate. Let's alternate.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll be drafting. My bad.
Yeah,
chicken number 1. It's on you.
Chicken is off the board. You got chicken.
All right.
Because we're taking it back to GW and we got to go back to our roots, we got to get food that's cheap and go a long way.
That's right.
Gotta go hot dogs. Gotta have hot dogs, man.
See, I didn't pick the glizzies first because of how y'all reacted to me picking glizzies the other day.
No, Chico, you did right. Like if you pick glizzies first, then you're gonna get attacked. Because we know, you can't pick glizzies.
If I pick glizzies first, I'm going to get attacked. But you can pick glizzies first, and you eat them.
Because I don't have no track record with it.
Yeah.
People know my sincerity when I say glizzies. When you say it, it's a so what we doing hidden veiled message in there somewhere.
Cousin Dukes, what's up, man? Joining us on this happy 4th of July. What's going on?
What's up, glizzy man?
I said it, and it stick to you. Dukes, what we decided to do, we having the cookout draft. Now you can't name barbecue grill, tables, and chairs. We ain't talking about that. You got the 3rd pick, and then you got the 4th pick because we're gonna alternate it. We're gonna snake draft it.
All right, bet.
What are the must-haves at the cookout? Chico pick chicken. I pick glizzies. Pick 3 and 4 is yours. Then it come back to me.
Man, I'm going ribs and potato salad.
Dude, you can't pick one at a time. Now you can't draft like Wimby
That
and Durant. Like you gotta pick one.
Oh, I thought I had a snake draft.
Oh, you going back? I thought you were gonna like do one, discuss it. I got you right. So you going real, and then your potato salad. I got you. My bag, dudes. I see what you're saying.
No, that's all good. But look,
Potato salad on me. Chicken is off the board. Glizzy's off the board. Ribs and tater salad off the board. Man, y'all done left the staple out there. Got to go to burgers.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's where I was going next. Got to go to burgers. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So y'all took everything so far.
Man, what? We just getting started.
Yeah.
You just getting started. Yeah. I mean, listen. You said, all right, hot dogs, burgers, chicken. You got everything right here.
Hold on, for the first pick, I'm gonna write them down in here. First pick, hot dog.
No, it was the chicken. Second pick was the hot dog.
Yeah.
Then we
And
had
then ribs, potato salad, and then I came burgers.
Ribs and potato salad.
See, there's a lot still out there, dog. You embarrassing us, man.
I know. I mean, I might be, but I'm saying, like, you asked me about mine. You know what I'm saying? I told you we go straight to GWC. We don't have many.
I got a pick for you because I said about you the other day.
Hold up. I'm gonna go with give me some Czech sodas for y'all.
Okay. All right, nice and cheap compared to
sodas.
Yeah, Czech soda.
Where you get Czech soda from?
You got to go to somewhere like Piggly Wiggly.
I gotta go Piggly Wiggly.
One place you can get Czech soda.
I go to Piggly Wiggly.
Or we used to call it. What was it? It's it's Calhoun Foods now back in my hometown. So shout out to Calhoun Foods.
So when I was growing up, we could only get them from Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie.
Hey, look, Winn-Dixie is a notch, maybe a notch and a half above Piggly Wiggly.
Yes,
maybe.
Of course. Yeah.
The flow just not as sticky as Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Man, see, but now the Piggly Wigglies in Atlanta, like we don't got Winn-Dixie no more. They turn them all into Wayfields. But the Piggly Wiggly, man, they got a hot bar and everything.
Wouldn't see me.
That's like Times out here. They serve food there.
Dang. You know, I can go a lot of ways with this pick right here.
Where you going with it?
I'm gonna delay one of them because I know y'all ain't gonna. Yeah, he gonna still be there when I need him. Gotta have deviled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have deviled eggs at the cookout.
I passed those in the potato salad. I'll just keep going with those.
Yeah, the deviled eggs gonna be a little like it depends on how you cook them. The deviled eggs gonna be a little sweeter than the potato salad. Yeah, it's on Chico. You owe one though because it was a snake draft.
Yeah, that's your look.
Gotta turn that Bluetooth off. Sorry about that. But let me see. I'm gonna go with.
Hold on. But I thought Manny went next level.
I did too with the draft sign. I really did too.
Boy, I thought Manny went next level.
But I think that what that was because it popped up on
Bluetooth.
We can announce right now while we discuss Glizzy is that Joey Chestnut made his appearance again at the 17th Eaton Nathan's, and he did 70.5 hot dogs to win.
Glizzy King.
That's the Glizzy King. Chico, you are not the Glizzy King.
No.
Joey Chestnut has swallowed more Glizzies. Shout out to that.
70.5 hot dogs, man. What are you doing? Like
dying.
Man, and then they soak them in water and
yeah, they be dipping them in the water and stuff.
That's crazy.
That's their baby oil.
You have a double pick.
That's Joey's baby oil. The water. I'm gonna go with give me some steaks.
Get a steak. I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad at it. It's unrealistic, but I ain't mad at it.
No. It's the 5 for $19.99 steaks. You know, the 5 for $20.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Pick 5.
They be the size of your back. You know what I mean? For the 5. So yeah,
you got
that whole
hell out of the tenderizer.
Yeah,
Food
one
Depot.
of those. One of those.
Okay. You talking about the pick 5? I got you.
Pick 5 on it.
I thought you were talking about the steaks that we have grown to now. Like, man, nobody cooking no steaks.
No. It's one of the big
well, I did deviled eggs, so Dukes is on you.
Man, I'm gonna go with the ghetto gumbo, the baked beans with the hamburger meat on.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go with the ghetto gumbo, and then shoot, man, we going straight after that. I'm gonna just go off my family, man. Shoot, it'd be hard to like we had collard greens at the cookout.
Well, one of those you took from me, Duke. So I'm gonna have to go another direction now. When we talking just cookout, because again, now we back in the hood.
Right.
You know a bunch of folks coming. We gotta have food to stretch.
Right.
We
Yeah.
gotta have food that's cheap.
Right.
Spaghetti.
Man, okay.
Y'all going all out now, dog. Y'all know.
Spaghetti. Got to have spaghetti at the cookout.
All right.
Y'all have spaghetti in the projects at the cookout?
I got. Hell no, Ocho.
Dukes, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. I tell you
What kind
what.
of cookout y'all talking about?
My grandma used to sell plates. Well, we sell fish and spaghetti and then do a little and have a little.
Yeah. I want to see what are you saying? Chico.
Yeah.
Spaghetti is for in the house. You don't eat spaghetti outside at no cookout.
Shit, chat. Y'all better get this. Y'all better. I almost called that joker the N-word on 4th of July. Y'all better get him.
This ain't no holiday spread, no way.
Man. I'm gonna go with give me some corn on the cob off the grill, wrapped in the foil.
Yeah.
And you eat it the long way.
No, that's you.
Clip
Spit the things out quick, don't it?
You gonna eat it the long way.
We gonna clip that one.
And give me the corn on the cob, and I also give me the. Excuse me, I wouldn't buy these nowadays, but give me the popsicles for the kids, the long pops. You know what I mean?
Like
Give me those for the kids. Take you want to go and play around.
Yeah. Go there, and get high. Well, I'm gonna go Friday nights. What was Spaghetti's tag team partner in the hood, Dukes? She going up on it. And normally we would do this. This is for when everything run out at the cookout, and it's the after hours of the cookout. It's after the club at the cookout. We're gonna drop some fish.
Mm-hmm.
We dropping some fish.
Yeah.
Get the green card. Give me catfish at the cookout.
Boom.
Oh,
I like
no
that.
whitening.
Ain't nothing like that fish spaghetti, man. That's one of the man. We made it. My sister made some this week. No doubt Tuesday. So man, grew up on that, man. Shout out to Bernice Whitson, man. Them fish spaghetti plates.
I'm a 4-1 you Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 back to back, but I'm finna kill the game on 5th pick, so make yours count.
All right, bet. All right, so we already hit the ribs. Y'all hit the chicken. We had burgers, hot dogs. We got spaghetti, man. So I'm just thinking about what's probably gonna be at the crib. Like, we do a lot for tomorrow, so we got family coming in town. What's gonna be on the table man? Pops right now is doing a brisket. So
yes,
we're gonna have that sliced brisket tomorrow, man. Some good seasoned bark on there. And then man, so I would say, what am I missing? We had macaroni.
I had a feeling you was gonna steal my pick with mac and cheese, and that's why I had a whole trusted standby. Because I got my final pick was on mac and cheese. I can't believe mac and cheese slipped this far.
Right.
I said, Duke's probably gonna grab mac and cheese to get back to back. So what else can I get off the draft board? Chico kind of touched on it. He thought about the kids, but we ain't thought about the grown folks. I'm gonna do this one from the side. Red velvet cake.
Ooh. Yep. Gotta have the cake. Yeah.
We got to have some red velvet cake in this mother.
On me. It's on me. Get me
Chico,
some.
let me compliment you real quick, Chico, if I may.
Okay.
And it's fitting that it's Independence Day. I don't get all to that 4th of July. We just say Independence because Chico, you independent today. Normally, you be so damn much cheating with the chat when we had these drafts. Either you done got better at cheating or you ain't been looking at the chat because normally your picks just be whatever they saying so you can win.
No.
But you actually be independent today, Chico.
That's what I do. That's what I really do. Chat just be Hey, I'm going for the grown folk. Give me some good old beer. I need some good old cold beer, ice cold beer, Bud Light, natural ice, something like that. Right?
That's a good one.
Pass me a beer, boy.
Absolutely good one, Chico.
Damn right.
That's absolutely good. Gotta have some cold beer because that's another cheap drink too. You want that hard liquor out there, but sometimes in the South it's just too damn hot for it. So then somebody will come with some, some spiked up Kool-Aid or something. But having that beer in the ice chest, that's a good one, Chico.
Coke 45. And also I'll take malt damn liquor. Also, let me get a piece of that damn pound cake over there. You got beer and pound cake.
Pound cake a nice stretcher too.
Yeah.
Pretty good draft.
Mm-hmm. We eating good and we're gonna be booked up.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. I love my picks. I stand on my picks. But my two favorite things in the world at the Cookout is baked beans, ghetto gumbo, baked beans, and macaroni and cheese. And because Deuce got both of them, I'm willing to say Deuce came in late and won the draft on my
the baked bean. And back in the day, I got some for y'all.
You like your glissies in the baked beans, no?
See, yeah, of course. Back in the day, you would put the baked beans on top of the hot dog. And I used to eat mine like that. Pause. But now I would go with some. I would opt for some chili now. Give me some chili. Gotta have some chili at the thing.
Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Well, the
chat. Y'all let us know in the chat once again.
Look at the chat. I see banana pudding in the chat. That's a good one.
See how the chat come in after me and say frozen ice pops for the kids. See, that's a good one.
Hey, banana pudding. Y'all banana pudding hot or cold?
Cold.
Who said banana pudding? Sabrina Wall. What Deuce want to know what kind of banana pudding you talking? Hot or cold?
Who eating hot bananas?
But man, people do it surprisingly.
Yeah, I can see it. Warm with some ice cream, kind of like the peach cobbler and apple cobbler and stuff.
Hey, shout out to Jermaine King. He was next level. He agreed with me on catfish, but he said it got to be country style with the bones in it. They ain't dropping no fillets.
Yeah,
they dropping whole cats in that thing.
The best fish back in the day used to be the fish with that soft bread, hot sauce, ketchup, and mustard, and it has bones that you have to eat around. So you got to bite that thing and pull the bones out almost.
Mm-hmm. Man, and then don't let one get don't ingest a bone.
Dog, you ever had one stuck in your throat, man, like your tonsils back there?
Oh man,
about to die.
Man, it took about 2 days for mine to come out, man. Like I've been sitting here on this show with y'all 18 minutes and 4 seconds, and I don't pause, Chico. I'm gonna say pause in advance. I don't ever remember swallowing. But when you got a bone stuck in your throat, all you do is sit there and just keep swallowing. And every time you do it, it hurt.
They say drink some milk or eat some bread.
Yeah, we used to put peanut butter on light bread, get it out.
Mm-hmm.
And once that thing fall out, once it pull out, you feel it. You like,
it's a relief.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. On this 4th of July Friday, guys, of course, if we kind of transition to football and sports in a way, we're gonna come back to the ish also. But just to give the people who are checking in right now a quick update, if they don't know, because we have people that don't know, we got to assume they don't know what is going on with Colorado football right now. Where everybody at? They're not practicing. What's going on? Uncle Neely, can you let them know? Because some people don't know, dog. They come on here.
Absolutely. You're in the not only from an NCAA perspective, a dead period as far as coaches being out recruiting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're also in a dead period from a strength and conditioning perspective. You get about a 3-week run in June, and then you take about 10 days off. That's including the weekends. And so the bus will be back in action. I guess that's the 7th, Monday the 7th. They'll be back in for another 2 weeks of strength and conditioning, then take a week off, then come back for fall camp. So this is one of those magical moments in the calendar, much like the early part of February, where there's literally no college football taking place anywhere. We do have also coming up, we got some targets of the Colorado Buffs from the 2026 class who are announcing their commitments tomorrow. Saturday, July 5th. You got a 3-star defensive lineman, Manoa Valpusa. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Top 3, Arizona, Carolina, and Colorado. And you got a 3-star defensive back, Monte Chico Timms. CU is in his top 2 along with Louisville. So I got a chance to pick up some guys this weekend. As I said, strength and conditioning will start back Monday the 7th. And then you got a Big 12 Media Day that Tuesday and Wednesday as well. And Colorado's Media Day is that Wednesday. So we'll be back into some football stuff next week.
Yes, indeed. Dukes, got anything you want to bring up right quick? What do you think about the recruiting? Also with Colorado Coach Prime, and I also saw you just did a update with Boog on your channel. Also, give us little insights on that.
Oh man, we so did an interview with Colby Johnson, the new linebacker commit. You'll see that on the pregame network as well. Really good kid. Found out that he's Steve Largen's nephew. I didn't know that. I hadn't seen that reported anywhere. But we think about people from the great Northwest and football players. You got to mention Steve Largent. Yeah, too. As far as recruiting goes, you're gonna see Colorado take some guys right now that one thing I do know about Colorado is they have their own board. So, and every college does, but I think Colorado does a really good job of evaluating guys based on what they see in football, not just what 24/7 or rival / on 3 thinks. So I think, for example, Quentin last year, right? He was somebody that they locked in on early, made sure they got him in the end, but there wasn't a ton of fanfare from some of the bigger schools just because of his size. But when you look at his production, who he did it against, the way he handled the #1 receiver in the country last year, I don't know if you guys saw that, but he basically jacked Decoria Moore up. And no disrespect to Decoria Moore, but Quentin Gibson was somebody who wasn't going to fill out check every box when it came to, hey, this is the prototypical prospect. So I think that Colorado does a really good job. Even with Colby Johnson, like, he may not have the size as far as the broadest shoulders, but they see in him what's going to happen when you have a 6'2" guy, you put 20 pounds on him, and he already runs a 10, 8, and 100. You know what's going to happen when he collides violently with somebody. And I think that's what they do a really good job of. On the flip side, they're also going to get 5-star. There's going to be somebody who fits that profile, and usually that happens later in the year. And I think they've already kind of laid the foundation of where they're going to attack. But from what I understand, talking to some guys in the building earlier this week, you're going to see their official visit season from the summer is not going to be able to touch the official visits that they have planning in the fall. So just it's one of those things where, in the words of Trinidad James, my Atlanta brother, man, don't believe it, just watch.
Shouts out to Trinidad James.
Oh yeah, and then you asked me about the interview with Boog, man. Hey, look, so man, me and Boog, we had that plan for a while. We just want to get in there, like, because we worked together on some projects in the past, and shoot, man, right now, Boog just Young Money, he's head operations at Young Money. They just had the top 5 pick in basketball with Ace Bailey, and top 5 pick with Travis Hunter. I don't think that's been done in the same year. So we just wanted to get on and talk about that and some of the negative connotation that one of the business partners of Young Money, Omar Cooper, has for his son. Excuse me, not his son. His one of his mentees that he's continuing to work with, even in the professional level, in Ace Bailey. So he got on there and he was able to break some of that down. He talked about what he and Shedeur, his role with Shedeur, and he also was able to talk about his role with Travis. So a great interview, man. Great brother. That's my partner, man. Shout out to Boog.
Yeah, Boog, good people.
So
I made sure I ordered me a shirt from his website too, because I like that Resilient shirt. So you'll be seeing me wearing that on here right here. Man, it's kind of like Aaron Rodgers right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's your twin. Hey, man, he just sit back just a little bit. I just want to see that, man. That hockey jersey going crazy.
Appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
That's
hard. Speaking of the hockey jerseys, y'all know where to get it. UncandChico.com. myshopify.com flash sale taking place. Use the code TMR10 for 10% off. And when you see the merch like this, what you got to keep in mind is all of it will be available. So there'll be the TMR hockey jersey with our 3 faces or the TMR logo. Like all of that is being uploaded. So continue to just check back. Hey, I tell you what, I got something for, well, I ain't gonna lie. That's wrong phrasing. I was gonna say I got something for you, Dukes, but I ain't got nothing for you. I got something to show you. I ain't want you to think I give it to you when I show it to you.
All
so
right.
I ain't got nothing for you, but I got something I want to show you.
Come on now, dog.
See how he took that? Like, and I'm talking about some merchandise.
I'm talking about merchandise too. What you talking about?
So I didn't want him to think when I got something for you.
Like Diddy, on that Diddy meme. You know what I'm talking about? The meme. Yeah, when they looking at each other.
Yeah.
He's talking about merchandise too.
Man.
Oh,
had
man.
to get it, Dukes. You know, I'm a HBCU grad, Jackson State grad. Coach Prime came to HBCU and changed the game. And
Hey,
you've seen other coaches, you know, do the same from the NFL ranks, do the same. It just arrived. It just arrived. With proceeds going to the school. I got the Norfolk State.
Ooh.
Click on the bag.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Norfolk State 7.
Classic right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson. They're going to play against each other this year. Shout out to Eddie George, who was at Tennessee State and moved up. Shout out to Coach Prime, the tip of that spear when all that was breaking off. And shout out for Michael Vick, man. What he's doing with this, when you go to michaelvick.com, shout out to that site, that guy. The proceeds, he's mixing his individual brand with Norfolk State's brand. That's why you see Vic 7 on it, and proceeds are going to the football program.
That's cold. Yeah. No, I'm a little jealous now. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because you know jerseys are my thing.
I know Vic the guy.
Vic is my guy, man. So I hate that you beat me to it. The only way I can beat that, I gotta get him to get me one sign. That's the only way I can beat that.
That's gonna be nice.
Man, you know what's crazy? It's something going on with that green and gold and the legends in Virginia. Because I don't know if I think I showed y'all this before. But this is pretty rare.
Shout out to Bethel High School too.
Boom, yeah.
Is that what that is? Because they green and gold. Bethel High School, yep. My homegirl shouts out to Arrow Towns, who ran track at Indiana University. She went to Bethel High School. And that is the legendary Allen Iverson jersey from Bethel High School, Bubba Chuck.
That's one of my favorite jerseys. I have never worn it.
Damn, y'all with these green and gold jerseys, this would be perfect to bring all roads back to me and hold up a green and gold Big Dog Chico jersey. But I don't have it with me. Green and gold Jim Hill, baby.
Hey,
there by the graveyard.
Right there by the graveyard. Jim Hill Tigers, we green and gold. Shout out to the green and gold team.
I got some green and gold, but it's for different things. Green is for the, and gold is for the. But we'll go to some.
Speaking of green and gold, speaking of patterns, speaking of contrast and chemistry, detected a new pattern in the lace front, Chico. I see that it's going in a direction. You got to cross over that thing. That thing like Bubba Shea, yeah.
Speaking of Allen Iverson, ain't it?
Yeah. Exactly that thing, that boy.
Yeah. Wear that UAB jersey, Chico.
That's what I said. This is a perfect transition for me to bring in my green and gold UAB jersey and hold it up.
I don't think you said UAB.
Huh?
I don't think you said UAB.
What did I say there?
Say your green and gold jersey, but I wasn't thinking. So when Marty Wheatfall said it.
No, that was after. I said before. I said I could have held my jersey. But then I also said that the jersey that I have, I could hold up some green and gold right now, but it'll be something different. You know,
right.
Green is
you ain't say UAB.
Okay. You really didn't.
We can bet
my
it,
green and gold UAB jersey.
Let's bet it.
Anyways, though.
If
I didn't say it, I didn't say it. If I did say it, I said it. But you know what I meant. UAB jersey. We ain't betting nothing, Dukes.
No, $50 on me.
I'd rather go back to the lace front.
$50 on the push-up versus $50 versus 25 push-ups. What you say, Chico?
Shout out to T Braids 808 Hawaii. If y'all come to Hawaii, y'all need some braids done, hit her up. If y'all just want to follow her on Instagram, please do that. T Braids 808 Hawaii. That's a nice plug for her right there on the morning run on the pregame network.
Let me ask you this: what's the thought process when y'all pick which way the zigs and the zags gonna go?
We got to pick a pattern that's gonna intrigue Uncle Neely to speak and to say something about it. That way the chat will be engaged. So we go like that. So I invented this
There's
one right here.
No way you go in and sit in that lady chair and say, "You think Neely will like this?"
I ain't saying like that, you funkadelic.
He might.
Come on now.
We're gonna make a shirt for you.
Hey, 808 braids. Give me something that'll get Uncle attention. He probably do go in there and say that shit.
That's what you said.
Give me something that'll make Unc smile.
What's gonna get Unc motor running?
All right.
You walk right into it.
Yeah, wow, dog.
You walk right into it, dog. My bad. Gus said, "Yeah, we going
there." Every time I see Chico with them braids, I think about Cleo set it off, throwing them CDs out the window. Just like,
Hey, Smuggles KB said, "Do something to make Unc feel better."
He's sitting that lady chair saying, "Give me something to Uncle like." Woo! Chico, you done made my fourth, baby. You done made my
unbelievable, dog.
That boy, pleaser.
Man.
What?
What you got his ass for, dog? He sure said he walked right to the
uppercut. People please, man.
When Chico let her know, I like it.
Let her know you like her. It's just that, dog.
Let her know I like it, Chico.
Oh man,
he was all chain, man.
Oh hell no.
That's what I said. When you said,
"Oh my gosh,
I give me something to get Unc talking."
Now y'all want to know the real science behind it?
Nah, man, that's what he asked for. You did that, Chico.
Thank you. Then he went somewhere else with it. He tried to diss me and diss his damn self. Hey, Chico pull out a gun and shoot himself in the leg.
Bow.
Mexico.
Man.
No, dog. No, I said,
I said,
look.
Ron Randall say you owed him a drink. They dropped their drink on that one, man.
Nah, for real. I said, you know how people go in the barbershop and they try to hide maybe the bald spot or something, or they try to hide this. Yeah, right. So I said, hey, you know what? For some reason, when I'm sitting there and I'm sitting in the light, man, my razor line like I'm going back a little bit or something. Like, well, what is that? You know? And I said, you know what? It's no worries, because when I had a fro, you can't really tell. You can see it, but you can't really tell. You know what I mean? So I said, let's do something that's not going to accentuate my little cowlick right there. But let's do something that might kind of hide it right there. You know what I mean? So we had to come up with something. So this is kind of like an original pattern that's that's an innovation of the Allen Iverson type of deal. So you know what I mean?
That's
created by Chico and T Braid.
You went somewhere else, so that's all I wanted to know, because I thought that's why, man. Shout out to
but it was still halfway true. It was still halfway true.
Chico, don't say it was halfway true.
It was halfway true.
No, because you really do want something that I'm gonna talk about.
No, it's not that I'm gonna talk about. Really, it was just move on, dog. Y'all take it. You're gotten too far, big man.
You said that. You said it was really halfway true. What half of it was true?
I know this ain't true. How you gonna say I'm Exhibit's big brother? I ain't that old. I'm the baby brother, dog.
Now, Chico, how was that? What's the 50% truth in when you said you go in there and you asked to get something that Unc gonna like?
Look at Duke line stepping. The 50% truth was because I said that I want something that's going to be nice and that's going to have the chat engaging, in other words. So that was the truth. the 50% lie was doing something that Unc gonna like or say something about or have a problem with.
I ain't gonna lie, Chico.
You know what I mean?
Whenever you say and you talk about it, your chin go to the side a little bit like this. You
What I got to do with anything, dog?
Nah,
What you
bro.
talking about my chin?
Hey man, nah, bro. Like when you said, you was like, so the 50% lie was something that Unc gonna like. I was like, whoa, Chico.
Hey, at least, Deuce, at least he ain't smack with it this time. You might have to bust him off the back.
Boy, Chico, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. Like that man. Look, Chico.
Did you just smack? Did you just smack?
I might do.
Talking to a grown man over there smacking, man. Don't you ever get no conversation with me.
Hey, man. Chico, I ain't gonna lie, man. One thing about it, you live in your truth regardless. Even like sometimes, like, no, the true essence of Chico. I'm not saying that, you know, whatever your preference is, Chico, that's fine, bro. Like, I know what's up, bro. Like, I know you a good person. And I got cousins, you know what I'm saying? And I got, you know, family and whatever. But everybody has to live their own life, whether they want to sell drugs, whether they want to be, you know, 9 to 5 working guys, whether they want to date who they want to date, whether they like who they want to like. So, Chico, I just want you to know, brother
they going on the cob the long way.
Cousin to cousin, man. I appreciate you being you, man. Like, you know, let that Chico flag fly. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
What the hell I'm gonna change for, man? But like Brian McKnight said, he said it best. Stop living a lie.
See, I got one more question about it. For this ain't no joking, nothing for real. So when she switches the pattern, she like takes it all the way down and like pulls it all the way back out and starts over, or she just kind of work around the previous pattern?
All right. For people that don't know out there, what we do is
I don't know.
Man, I had some pictures, didn't I? I could have shared some pictures, but what I do is I take them out the night or day before, right? Which is a process. You got to take them out.
You go to it with it already froed out.
Yeah, you got to go to it with it already froed out, washed, picked out as best you can, ready to go. And it's best that you don't get the same patterns so that your same area of your scalp is exposed to the sun, or that your hair won't take the shape of that pattern. You see people who get their hair cut off sometimes, but you can still see the lines in their head from the braids. It's because they kept getting the same patterns over. So what I want to do to not go that route is to just keep switching it up every week until I find something that really fits me. Because back in the day, I used to wear the straight to the back like Kawhi, or Nipsey, but I had like no trim right here. So since I trimmed this off right here, that takes away from the straight to the back pattern, right? So it didn't look right the way I had it.
I got a name for this version.
I just went back. Anyways,
I got a name for this version.
What's the name, Unc?
It's in the
You can't call me Noop, Unc. You can't call me Noop on camera. Don't call me that. Unc. Call me something else.
Because we don't recruit like you lied on us. I will say this. The other one was a lace front. This one, I'm going to call it the Remy Ma. Because it's all the way up. It looked like a road up to the top of the hill. It looked like you got a little winder. It looked like you going all the way up.
Tiffany did a thing though. Shout out to T Braids 808 Hawaii. Appreciate you. I'll make sure y'all follow her on Instagram right now. But anyways,
what you got, Remy Ma?
Man, you call me Remy Ma.
You want to be
Young Ma, Young MA, or Cleo one more time, dog. We thumping.
Them your choices. You pick.
Well, we gonna be thumping then. Them your choice. That's your choice.
Pause. We thumping when I see you, but I was still call you Remy Ma.
Reverend BJ Nelson up in this thing. Oh, now Rev from San Francisco.
Rev, what you putting on the grill out there in the Bay Area?
Some vegan sausages. I forgot to say pineapple chicken sausages out here too. You put those on the grill, those are fire. You know,
Chico, one more thing about to happen.
The apple stuffed chicken sausages, fire too.
This for real. This I ain't throwing no shade on for real. Have you found that now when you pick it out before you go that you've grown a lot, or is it still like the throw it used to be?
Yeah, definitely. When you get it braided, it definitely grows and stretches a lot. We discussed this the other day because when she's braiding it, she puts some like gel stuff on it that actually stretches your hair out so you can see the full length of it, not just the C4 curls, as Dukes would say. She was like, "Man, you got 8+ inches on your head up here. There's 8+ inches up here." I'm like,
"Okay, Yankee Chico."
You know what I mean?
Chico.
Extra version up there.
Chico, give me a number now. Give me a number.
Mm-hmm.
We 2 weeks or a week before Georgia Tech, right? You about to come to week 1. We gonna do some live shows together, 3 of us, et cetera, et cetera. She said you're gonna grow about 8 inches. How much do me and the chat got to put in to get you to put a Snoop Dogg perm in it for the game 1 and let that just lay on your shoulders? You got to perm it out.
I can't see myself doing that, though. I'll be playing with.
I want you to come in a suit with a cane, like I would like at a tilted brim.
I ain't gonna play with it. I got it up here. I don't have any spots, you know what I mean, to worry about. So I'm not gonna play with it and just put stuff up there and mess around and lose what I got. You feel me? So I'm just gonna keep it. Just gonna keep it all natural.
Perm that thing out. Come in a purple suit.
Man, I'll be. You know, I'll be having to dish out stiff arms. You hear me? Nah, that's okay. Nah, I don't want your number. Nah, that's all right. No, I can't take you back with me. What? I'll be stiff arming the whole way.
All right, man. We offer it.
What you want me to do, Huck? I'm trying to make it to the game. You trying to get me kidnapped, dog? What? If I show up in a purple suit?
I had that thing hanging on my shoulders with me.
I'm not gonna make it to the game, Huck. They gonna be. You know how many aunties be at the game? What? You think they gonna let me make it in? No, not with a purple suit on. And my hair touching my shoulders, the pee gonna be up in me and coming up out of me. You hear me? Pause. I got it. Oh, here we go.
Oh man!
I'm trying to get some Bishop Don Juan on this dude. This dude that took it a whole other way.
Hey man, hey, that was egregious, brother.
No, I mean the PB. I mean the pippin. Oh, y'all.
I'm sitting here wanting you to have the pimp cup and have your GoPro camera attached to the cup. We get the Chico cam.
Look, Keisha Love. I see you, Keisha, with your comment.
Hey man,
Keisha Love say the snow bunnies will be on him.
And look, Unc gonna read it out loud.
I knew you want to go put it on the screen.
Unc, the type of person that'll spell out the wrong word in front of the kids. You know what I mean? Unc could be like, "Hey man, we can't tell the KIDs ain't no Santa Claus."
Sure would.
Oh, you supposed to
spell out Santa Claus. Ain't no white man brought nothing over here.
So you subscribe. You and Coach Prime on the same level as far as telling your kids ain't no Santa Claus.
Oh, absolutely. I never told them about no Santa Claus.
At what age? Like, oh, you never?
No, never from the day that they could listen.
Damn. Is that a failure, parents out there? Is that a failure for your kids? Or like, what do you do? How do you handle it? Because my oldest is at the age where I'm sure she's heard it at school and I'm sure she know by now, you know, and I carried on the tooth fairy as long as I could, you know what I mean? Sneak in her bedroom and slide some money under the pillow and stuff like that. So at what point do you tell your kids, or do you keep it real with them? There's no Santa Claus. We buy you all these gifts.
Man, I told Cam, man, I had to break it down to Cam this year, man. It was crazy. Because I was talking to my partner, you know, Cam, and his mama just like, nah, we got to, you know, keep the tradition going. You know, you got to let a kid be a kid. They growing up too fast. And I was talking to my partner. Matter of fact, I was talking to DJ Screen. He was like, hey, dude, say Cam can do 100 push-ups. Bro, that man do not need to be waiting on nobody to coming through the chimney. You need to tell that. He's like, bro, how he out there on the football field smacking folks and thinking Santa Claus, bro? Like,
Santa Claus.
Yeah. It don't add up. So I had to.
Scream said that.
I swear to God, Scream said it. He was like, dude, you tripping. I said, all right. So I talked to him the way I broke it down, because you know, Cam is really like, if daddy said it's law, word law. Now my dad said he wanted them. So when I told him, I had to break it down because I didn't want him to get into because first thing he thinking is, well, why you tell me it was then? Like, why you had me thinking this? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, bro, it's a way that Christian people can get people into, and that Christian people can get children into believing in faith without having to go so far into the real deal. But you know, the reason of the season is who? You're like, Jesus. I said, okay. Now, take that same faith you had at Santa Claus, and you believe in everything that's good that's coming to you was coming from who? Jesus. All right, well, cool. And that's where we went. That's the way I did it.
Hey man,
Yeah.
y'all put a
mine
W
was
in the
very
chat.
similar.
Hold up, Unc. Y'all put a W in the chat right now for Papa Dukes right there on that one right there, dog. Great job, Duke.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
If I can't learn anything else,
mine was
I
the
can
same
learn
way.
some stuff from Duke sometimes, man. You know what I mean?
Mine
Now,
was the same
Unc,
way.
on the other hand, here we go. Unc,
No,
your
for real.
situation.
Like I'm really for the customer, Chico. I really don't give a fuck about what you think.
God damn, dog.
The truth is this. The truth is the damn truth. Like it's designed to have you to grow the ability to believe in the unseen. It's not designed to have you to have the ability to believe in a fat white man coming down the chimney. And there's nothing wrong with faith and believing in the unseen. You know, you have evidence, you have the absence of evidence, you have the evidence of absence, but none of that proves anything. You have to believe it. And so what I want you to believe is in the unseen that created us and protects us, not the unseen, some fat dude giving you shit I paid for.
Right. Now, hey guys, I didn't think we was gonna go there, but y'all put a W in the chat for Uncle Nene on that one right there too, because those are great explanations on those things, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, let me tell you this. Now, I don't know about Dukes, but everybody in my family was mad at me for telling them.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah, nah.
See, that's some Southern stuff too, man. Like we'll hold it on as long as we can, you know, and then eventually the kids, and then you tell them and you break it down like that. But honestly, I've never heard it broken down like that to me or by any other family member. You know what I mean? It's almost like by force back in the day.
You don't see the Easter Bunny and you get a basket. You don't see Santa Claus, you get gifts. You don't see the Tooth Fairy and you get gifts. Ain't nothing wrong with understanding your ultimate gift, which is eternal life, is going to come from the unseen. But to attribute that to someone with human features and a pot belly or a little bunny hopping around, we ain't doing that in my house.
That's why I was going with this. Like the way y'all broke it down to where it's not about the physical image of whatever it is, the bunny rabbit, a Santa Claus or whatever. It's about the overall message of it and the idea of it, what you're learning from it. So I appreciate that, man. Way to break it down, Dukes and Unc.
Man, hey, but it's so funny with Cam though, man, because he said I love my little boy, man. He was like, well, that like 1 year for Christmas. He said, I'm gonna ask Santa for something. I know he's probably the only person who can get it. And this after like Lacey Hughes won the state championship, and they was like people like in Atlanta and really Georgia that year the T Love and them won. They was like rock stars. They had like 12. Nobody had ever amassed that type of talent at a public school in a black area. Like 13 D1 guys. It was something crazy. They was like rock stars. And he said, man, I wish I could get a Langston Hughes helmet. And I was like, well, how the hell I'm gonna do that? And not to tell on nobody, but my partner got me one. And it was sitting there. He was like, I know Santa had to do that, man. He was so lit, man. And that was really when he was like, because he was going to school. Now, mind you, only fifth grade on the middle school team. And he's standing on business. He's like, well, I know Santa Claus real. They're like, Cam, Santa Claus is not real. He ready to hit about it. Because you ain't finna tell me my dad didn't know lie. And I was like, yeah, he right.
And see, that's the thing right there. You got to break it down too, because they'll be like, I thought you said don't lie. Or I thought you said, they'll hold on to your words too. So you got to make sure you explain it to them, break it down, put it in the context.
And you're exactly right, Chico. That's where the explanation comes in, because it's not a lie. Believe in the unseen. That's the truth.
Yeah, I had to break it down with my daughter one time too. She said, I was outside playing basketball at PE and I was trying to shoot the ball, but I kept missing. And so I felt so bad for us. And they were laughing at me, but I kept shooting because you said never give up. I was like, oh, damn. Hold up. Let me break this down to you.
98%, baby. 98%, Chico. Hey, Chico, speaking of your kids, dog. Speaking of your kids.
We got to get you better.
I happened to see when your cousin was visiting a couple of posts you did with your family. Oh, man. Don't you ever walk in on Maury Povich and ain't nobody go draw no blood, dog. They ain't swabbing no mouths. They like, man, get your ass out here, take care of the kids.
They gonna kick me out. Man, get your ass up out of here, dog. We do no goddamn test for you.
Just like talk about, hey, sure. Oh no, we you might not
walk in there. As soon as all the kids walk in, You are the father. Go
Yeah,
wasting our time, man.
But man, like
Appreciate
speaking
that,
of like holiday stuff, man, like even as we sit here on this quote unquote 4th of July, one of my favorite quotes, comes from James Baldwin, who was here in America and then lived all over the world, fighting systemic racism. He said, "I love America more than any other country in the world. And that's the exact reason I insist on the right to criticize it." Like a lot of people think, like if you want to celebrate the 4th of July, that's cool. And you got some people who don't want to celebrate it because we were actually slaves when the 4th happened. You can have your own unique spin on things, but the beautiful part of being in America is that freedom to do that. And the truth is, we got some shit to work on here. Like that don't mean we can celebrate the advances that we have had, but we also got to recognize we still got a long way to go.
Yep. Absolutely.
Freedom ain't free.
Freedom ain't free. Super chats.
Oh, there you go. Hey, dude. When you was talking about getting that and you ain't know how you gonna get it, my head went to instantly the good times to JJ when he was known for finding things. They be like, JJ, where you get that? You ain't got the money. I found it.
Found it. Yeah. Man, yeah, that was probably the one I think I seen Cam most excited about something on a Christmas. He was like, bro, I don't know how, but that boy Santa Claus a bad man, especially since we got a chimney, a fake fireplace. I don't even know how you get in. We got one of them fake fireplaces where you know what I mean. But ain't no
fireplace.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Fireplace.
Shout out to Attorney Hal Dawkins Jr. is in the building. Hal D dropped a $9.99 super chat on us. Hal D. For the fall, fellas. Appreciate that love, Hal D. We're gonna put that towards your child support. Hey, whenever Hal D sent us a super chat, he called it child support because Chico's so damn childish.
Chico, man, get the hell out.
Renee Rainey say, speaking on that, your daughter has your face when she laughs. I agree. Yeah, I kind of marked him up too.
Who's the childish person on this chat? That's gonna be the poll question of the night. Y'all just put the names in the chat right now. The childish person, the most childish person on this chat right now is it
Smuggles, KB, Reese,
is it
Chico? It's a tie between just three y'all.
Y'all kept putting the Hal D on the end of his name. Shout out to Hal D. Anyways, top sports moments.
Talk to you, Dukes. Let me talk to you for a second. Do you see what he does? Like he paints a target on his chest, man.
Come on, dog. Y'all just got on. Y'all been on me for the last 30 minutes. I can't say one thing about y'all.
But what I'm saying is, Chico, when your attempt to hit us, it always hits you more.
Well, I might miss, but hell, I'm swinging.
You hit yourself.
One of them gonna land, nigga. Keep swinging.
We got a couple Chico votes, but then some Ella Nixon said Neela was cutting up when Shasta was on. I think I was very mature that day. I didn't say Neela half the shit I thought of.
Y'all see, I'm sure you probably did, but y'all see the face on Neela when he say that. Hee.
No shot. That
was an uninspired pass right there. Hee. Let me see here. Bonus segment for the show before we get up out of here. First of all, we got to promote the merch once again. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling right now. UncleChico.myshopify.com. TMR10 for 10% off at checkout right now. Go there, support your brethrens, your brethrens, Dukes, Unks, Big Dog Chico right now. And we appreciate that. And other than that, we got some Stars and Stripes trivia for Unk and Dukes.
Speaking of, sell more Fuddy. He says, being a veteran, I never shed a tear for the flag. I shed a tear for the blood that is spilled. Shout out to you and your service and that outlook. Appreciate you sharing that. Miss Dawn Duncan said, Chico, add a black coffee mug, please. She's tired of waiting on you.
Black coffee mug, please. Okay, did that. All right. Okay. Max,
somebody said Chico is a child and Uncle's just petty. I might co-sign that. He is child.
Which MLB team plays at home every 4th of July? Just off the top, real quick. Doom, 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 no Google, doom, 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 no chat. Doom, 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 doom.
I have no idea.
Doom, 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 boom. Boom. We're gonna go to Uncle Neely first for the answer. What's your answer, Uncle Neely?
My answer
which
is
ML?
My answer is D Will with the $10 super chat. Appreciate that, D Will. Oh, now from the 305. I don't know. I'll be guessing, Chico. I don't know. 4th of July. I don't know. I have no idea.
Dukes, do you know?
Man, if I was to say growing up, I used to work at the Braves Stadium, and I don't never remember having the 4th of July off. So I would say the Braves. Like I ain't know there's the only one, but I ain't never had. Like I worked at the Braves Stadium from 14 to 22, and we had the 4th. Yeah, we ain't never had a 4th off.
You was out there with DC Young Fly, parking the cars and stuff.
No, I was out there selling the newspapers in the front with shoot. You ever seen Ticket Jerry? You ever seen him? The dude sell all the tickets in Atlanta.
I think I heard of him. Yep.
Pac-Man used to be out there with us. Pac-Man, Ticket Jerry, all of us used to work out there. It was Pac-Man, Ticket Jerry, his cousin Lewis, Henri. Yeah, we had a clique of us, but so Atlanta. So the short story, Atlanta Journal-Constitution used to sell newspapers outside the Braves game, and for 50 cents, they would give you a player card. So you buy a paper, and to promote the Braves, you would get like a little 8x10 of a player. So then they start giving us five players to choose from. We would start selling the player cards and telling people they can go get autographs in the back of the stadium. So the Journal started seeing the sales go up. We made 100%. We made 100% commission on everything we sold because they just wanted they counted it as promotion. Yeah. So we started selling sets of players. So when they got up to 24, we was in $12 a pop. You sell 10 of them, you done made $120 in 4 hours, tax free. You get a check. So man, we was making like thousands of dollars. Like we had dudes making $25,000, $30,000 in the summertime in high school. So that's why I worked at 14 and 22, and that's how I was affording all these designer clothes. True story. If you ever see somebody like we was buying cars, clothes like we was the dope boys, and we was that Pac-Man even came out there.
Man, that is another example of why.
Huh?
Like you was the dope boy, like as an assembly, you was the dope boy. Stop playing.
Man, you know what, man? I did it, man. I was very bad at trying to sell marijuana, so I ain't even gonna cap you down. Like I was bad at that, so I ain't stay in that business long at all.
I tell you what,
man, that's a real hustle right there. That's a great example of why Atlanta is the finesse capital of the world.
Peanut, man, but everybody worked, man. You had folks, you had the kids, the peanut kids that were selling on the boiled peanuts, the waters, the t-shirt folks, the park like DJ Young Fly, they was parking cars. Like the Braves game, because it was in the middle of, like, people don't realize where they was at. They was in the middle of Summer Hill and Capitol Home. So first of all, it was a game. We used to be standing out there sometimes, and it might be a drive-by before the Braves game. Like true story. Man. So this in the middle of the cap. So the whole thing, like where YFN and Lucci from and all of that, that's Summer Hill. It's right there on Hank Aaron Drive. I forgot what it used to be called, but that's really in the middle of the hood. Yeah. And man, but
you know why? I know you know why.
Why?
It's easy to move us and take our property. Every stadium is in the hood. It's either in the whole industrial area or the hood.
Yep.
No, hey, I got a big shout out here, man, to C Maven AI. C Maven, or is it an L? C Maven. I'm just gonna say C Maven. He just gifted 10 memberships. 10 memberships.
That's big time.
Don Duncan, Moore, Jermaine King, Freddie, Fat Don, Lil Mama, RJ Ball. He sent out 10 memberships. My man,
hey, that's huge right there. There you go.
Boy. That's tough, boy.
Hey, I was gonna also say, Dukes. Hey man, that was a cold-blooded hustle right there. And anytime that many people come, for an event in an area, and you live in that vicinity in the area, you don't get your hustle on, then you crazy, dog. Whether you letting people park on your property for $5, $10, $50, or you selling water or whatever it is, you gotta, take advantage of that of those people coming in the area.
Real PJ Nelson dropped $2 super chat. Enjoy your get-togethers today. I'm headed to one right after this. Chico, check your DM on the ground, man.
Already.
Set you for some Bay Area weed, I think.
Hey,
What?
what was the answer though, Chico?
Dang, I had to put it. Washington Nationals
Yeah.
typically play on the 4th.
Hold on,
They
Chico.
often.
Hold up.
Here we go again. DMX.
Words matter, Chico. Do they play all the time? Do they typically play all the time? Your trivia question was who plays all the time, no matter what, and then you're gonna come with some typical.
Well, I didn't say no matter what. I just said which MLB team plays at home every 4th of July.
Every.
All right. And the answer that was generated by Google says, in their words, that the Nationals typically play at home on the 4th. And they often host the first game of the day. And also the Atlanta Braves. So those were the answers that you could have said: the Braves and or the Nationals.
We got another answer. Reverend BJ Nelson said there ain't no weed over here.
No, that's right.
He said, don't come to this cookout looking for no weed.
You mean no weed over? Okay. Anyway, we got you, Rev.
Exactly. Shout out to the Rev. You know the Rev don't play like that.
Because it's definitely in San Francisco.
Oh, no. I mean?
Good job, Larry. No, he in San Fran. I won't forget that. He in San Fran.
Oh, okay.
From BJ Nelson. Goonsville.
E40, man. You're a gay area, man.
Vallejo.
That's all. Like, how far is San Fran from Oakland?
Across the bay.
Yeah, it was like 15 minutes. I want to get. Let me see.
How long it
in time or distance?
Both.
$20 miles by car, taking about 28 minutes.
Typically about 20 minutes. I most definitely hope to drive 20 minutes.
Typically, maybe about 28 minutes in the car to drive.
That Duke's answer.
Dukeism.
Yeah. Hey, but I ain't waffle on that Braves answer though.
No, you had a good you had basis for it. You remember not having a 4th off.
Yeah, we ain't get no 4th off.
Hey, that's when that money come in though. 4th of July. Did y'all have like 4th of July outfits when you were little, or Easter outfits? What was it? What was the main thing y'all had an outfit for when you were little? Easter suit. Got an Easter suit on.
I remember one year we had Easter suits and Easter after suits. Now you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Easter suits, then play clothes.
Yeah, we had. Man, I don't know if you remember in the 90s, man, where they was having like these pinstripe baseball jerseys and shorts that they like the combo.
Yeah,
I think, man, I think every 1 year we all got a different team. That was pretty dope. And but my uncle played in the band. Shout out to Uncle Eddie. So if we ever went to go growing up, like when we was kids, if we ever went to go see him play somewhere, then we would get an outfit on 4th of July.
Yeah. All right, guys, at the top of the hour, we're going to go right back to Colorado Buffaloes football real quick, like before we get up out of here. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, all the other good stuff. Got more trivia coming up, but the first trivia question we're going to ask right now on radio station 187.4 on your FM dial.
187.
W balls. Yeah, 187.
W balls.
0.4 on your FM dial.
That's the chronic, the death row.
Yeah. Shout out to Ricky
Damn, you took me back then.
Yeah. Which Colorado Buffalo will have the biggest breakout season this year? Which Colorado Buffalo will have a breakout season this year? Goodness gracious.
All of them. Chico, I just sent you, it's in the group text. I sent you a picture of 4th of July matching outfits.
Hey, that's hard.
Yep.
Yeah. You gotta put that. You gotta put that on the screen, Chico.
Chico knows what the hell they doing. Manny ain't in there.
Manny is definitely not here. He's still at Camp Duval. I think Lil Duval then stole Manny from us, but it's all right though. He taught me the buttons and everything to press, before he left. I didn't understand what he was saying. He was just pointing. This one in touch and press and yeah.
Don't do my boy like that, man.
That's what he said.
I think
Picture up,
I like Old Miller at receiver for a breakout year. I like Draylon. Give me both Millers for breakout at receiver. Defense, I like French and McKinney. D-line, give me TC and Tafiq.
Okay. Dukes, who you got? Breakout players this season? Who's everybody gonna be talking about mid-season? You know what I mean?
Man, I like Dallin Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hayden to have a breakout.
I like that one, dude, because we got to run the ball.
We got to run the ball. I think whoever win that right tackle, I think they're gonna ball because you're gonna run the ball, and I think that's what you're gonna see getting the second level. So you got multiple options at that right tackle. Whoever comes out of fall, I think you're gonna see somebody else on that line take some of that pressure off of Seaton. And then, but that's a Duke's answer. But another straight answer, I'm gonna say a name. Now this is just because I've been knowing him and I've seen him and I know what he can do. But T Love, man, I think T Love. I think he's shown some flashes when he was at Auburn, but that joke.
I thought you were gonna go Cam for that same reason, but I like that one too, though.
Yeah, like that's a big old joker, man. He's 6'3", in the defensive backfield, and he will come up and hit you. So
yeah,
I'm anxious to see what Coach Livingston is able to do, how to weaponize his size and speed.
Yeah, you said T Love. I like him too. I'll go with another safety back there. One before I go on, man, they made some great improvements at the safety spot. We got some ballers at the safety spot, and not even talking about Carter Stoppmeyer, Love. You saw the young guy Branch make some plays in the spring. And then this kid right here, Tawfiq Byer, is who I like from South Florida. Is a hitter. Reminds me of a Cameron Silman Craig, a little bit bigger in size, but plays that same way. I think it'll be shown once these pads really come on and y'all see him hitting and the physicality that he has. He's a guy who loves to tackle. So I'm looking for him to be a honey badger type player and to lead this defense and to compete back there at that strong safety position also. So I like Byron and I like Michael Welch at the running back spot. He's going to be somebody once he gets the chance. He's fully healthy this year. He's got a year under his belt to learn. I think it's going to be a effort to run the ball this season a lot more than last year to get that balance. And I think he's going to be the guy for that. Him and you picked Hayden also, so you know we both picking running backs, but I'm going with Michael Welch. He's going to be that guy.
I like that.
Yassa with the blessed side. Shout out to JoJo Williams too. Joseph Williams. He's going to be a baller on the outside. It's a bunch of guys.
This the thing with Colorado. Top to bottom, I don't think you got a more talented. From a pure talent perspective, I don't think there's a more talented team in the Big 12. Purely based on talent, potential, size, speed, ability.
Mm-hmm.
The faster they gel, the faster you see that monster. And that's, I mean, you kind of, when they get that ball rolling, I just think it's like the offensive line, talented. I think right now your best unit as far as being able to having familiarity with each other is probably going to be your defensive line. I think that's going to be the backbone because they got the most familiarity with each other. They brought in some improvements, but there's so many guys still there from last year that produced. So I think that defensive line, because you look at the linebacker room, a lot of new faces. Secondary, a lot of new faces. Offensive line, a ton of new faces. Wide receivers, ton of new faces. So I think probably the defensive line probably has been the most productive and returns the most experience. So but that ain't a bad place to have your most experience or have your most unified unit.
Because in order for us to win, we got to do what we did last year, do what we didn't do last year, which is stop the run. And this defensive line is being built and trained, and recruits that came in, the signs that came in, were designed to stop the run. If we stop the run and give our offense more chances, I like our odds. One of the things I'm looking forward to, and it's going to take a real game for it to happen, and whether that's week 1, Georgia Tech, or further on down the line, when you talk about that gelling and that chemistry, all the strength and conditioning is one thing, and that's looking fine, and the chemistry is there. When you get the pads on, that's going to look good. That's going to be fine. But there's nothing like, Chico, and you know this from your experience, there's nothing like in-game adversity to bring people together. And when is the moment going to be in a game where things are not going right, and instead of folding like the team did in year one, or it had some glimpses of it in year two, you rally together and overcome it. You saw that a lot this past season with the way the team played in the second half after halftime adjustments. They were not folding; they were coming together. There's nothing like, and we say it on this Independence Day, you don't know somebody till you in the foxhole with them, and the bombs are flying in this live ammo. Everybody good at training, but when the bullets are live, like what do we do then? And I think that's going to be the moment this team really comes together.
Same thing Mike Tyson said. You can do all the training if you want to. Once you get hit in the face, punched in the face, we'll see what happens then.
That's why I like you get out that car, Georgia Tech, by the Ralphie statue. You know what? Like we'll be meeting Stacey Marie to get the game day shades right there by that Ralphie statue. I'm just busting in your grill, Chico.
See, Dukes. See, that's where he's going wrong right there already, Dukes. He's trying to predict and assume where I'm going to show up at. See, that's where he's wrong right there. He already messed up. He thinking that right there by the Ralphie statue, and you're going to come down, and you're going to be looking at the Ralphie statue. I'm going to hit you right in the back of your head.
No, the back of your head going to hit the ground. I'm going to hit you in front of your face.
Can we see? Y'all talk about
I'm gonna do you like Dr. King did the man at the Mike T. Shaw barbershop in Queens. I'm gonna help you up.
Dr. King was nonviolent. Dr. King was nonviolent. Anyways, that defensive line, if we talk about football again, if you want your team to go into the season, start the season, training camp, whatever, and you say what to be in the best position, what do I want my position group to be the strongest point? I want that to be the defensive line, because they're going to set the tone for the whole season, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You can't stop the run, then you can't get off the field. If you can't get to the quarterback, you can't put pressure on him. You can't stop passes. You can't do anything. So the defensive line is going to be the main catalyst for this team to be the best that they can be. It starts with a guy like Amari McNeil. It starts with Big Tawfiq. It starts with Big Jaheim Otis and the rest of those guys on that team. Arden Walker on the outside getting
Otis
pass
the real
rush.
deal too.
And yes, Otis is the real deal. A lot of people talking about his post online also. I wanted to get into that too. Talking about his post online and his reason for leaving Alabama and such. And they said, well, you're not going to win the championship in Colorado, so you should have just stayed at Bama. First of all, he did what's best for him. Second of all, if you're looking at the arrow pointing up, I think Colorado's arrow is pointing directly towards national championship and college football playoffs. So, moves like that, I think we're going to continue to see in college football. Guys coming from the SEC to play for Coach Prime in Colorado because of what they can present and offer these guys to get to the league and so on.
For sure.
Chico going to be in the shadows. You're all right, man. Y'all must be crazy.
You know what Chico going to be.
13 minutes out of the hour, and I'm hungry. I do know
I see what you're saying. My bad. No, I see what you're saying. My bad. I took that the wrong way. What'd you say, Unc?
I said it's 13 out of the hour, and I'm hungry.
Yeah, he's getting grumpy now, guys. So we got to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Pull the sneak out your pocket, dog. You can do it on camera.
You know when the show started? Yeah, man. We can do. I'm gonna wrap this thing early today. Like, it ain't this. Still on here.
Hey, you remember when? I know we got to go, man. You remember? Yesterday was it day before yesterday? When Shasta was on here, he was like, "Hey, yeah, dog, I got a hard out at such and such time, and ain't nobody staying no extra." So hey, right after
all that.
You were borderline rude to us before the show started.
Hey, man,
let me tell y'all black asses now. I got a hard out. I got to go. And as a matter of fact, it ain't going to be the top of the hour. I'm talking about 50-minute show or something today. I got to get out of here.
54.
Chance to pull up. It's 30 minutes later. That joke is still talking to cheese.
I was trying to stay on football. And as a matter of fact, today on this show, since it was a special, hey, we could have stayed on longer today. What are you trying to leave for?
Yeah, we still can, but you're the one talking about, man, I should have slept here today.
Y'all talk about stuff before the show.
Hey, man, $4.99 right super chat from 360, man. You ain't even doing the super chat today. I had to catch all of them. You ain't doing the damn thing, but talking about your Remy Ma.
Rewind the show. Rewind the show. It was a super chat sitting on the screen for a minute. Go ahead, Unc, try to read that.
360, $4.99 super chat. Shakara Richardson will run this weekend against the Jamaicans. and the Olympic 100-meter gold medalist are we watching? Yeah, if I'm about TV, I'm gonna watch. I like to watch the sprinters.
And she said her name is Sha'Carri, not
Okay,
Sha'Carri.
tell her to come say it in my face.
Man, you know what's crazy? We might. I thought we was gonna have beef with them folks, man. Y'all see Parlay son getting into it with Christian Coleman.
I see that.
Man, so about 3 weeks ago, Parlay son went out and ran a win 8 at 9.82 against Christian Coleman, Olympic gold medalist. I believe he won the gold medal. And then he turned around and looked at him at the end. And then so Coleman got, and Coleman like, hey, don't be disrespectful. You just false started. He was like, bro, Parlay son, a little late at that time. He was like, bro, I'm 18 years old. It's like, who
they about to get into it.
No, it was real. He and Lil Lay went up and made an apology. I guess Christian Coleman and Sha'Carri go together, or do they? I don't know. It was something. I don't know.
But, speaking of beef, man, shout out to the two of them. I hope they get it squashed and could make amends. But I got Master P and Mia X been beefing about the Essence Fest and his farewell tour. He promoted she was going to be on, but the paperwork wasn't right, and she's not going to be performing. And both of them been shooting shots at each other on social media. I just wish the best for P and Mia. Man, we got. Let's come together, man. Let's stop shooting at each other, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, hardest line in any black movie I ever heard. Top 5, Mia X and I'm About It.
Catch
yep.
Bet you want to catch the. What you want? I bet you want to catch the next one.
Woo! Yeah. Shout out to Mama Mia, aka Team Whip Them Pots.
Yeah, man. We hope they don't continue to beef, man. They don't continue to beef. They got to figure it out. Like Master P said, this is last tour. It's not a No Limit reunion tour. They already had that. This is a Master P tour. This is a farewell for him. So I get what he's trying to say. This is a tour for me. If you want to come perform, then perform. But you're not obligated to. And it's not a No Limit Soldiers reunion tour. So you don't have to be on the show, but I'm inviting you to be on the show. But Mama Mia like, hey, you got to get the damn paperwork right. So, hey, man. Best wishes.
I think it's one of those delicate situations where both parties are right and both parties are liked. I just wish they would have handled it on the phone and not social media posts.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and like Master P said, I ain't never did no song about no other. I ain't never beefing nobody on no track. You know what I mean? He ain't never been about that. So I don't think he's about this either, man. He's about finding the answer to the salute shot.
Yeah, man. P wasn't beefing on the track, but he was beefing in the street. But P wasn't playing. You got to hear Pastor Troy tell that story about how all them No Limit Soldiers pulled up to the show.
Oh, they pulled up.
Yeah,
they pulled up.
Yeah,
but no evidence that P was with him or sent him, allegedly.
Right. Right. That's
how I'm gonna do Chico. They're gonna be my people, but I ain't gonna be there. I ain't taking folks do that to Chico.
Did you hear the story about Fat Joe and Mike Tyson? How Mike Tyson opened the door when Fat Joe came to his crib?
No. I don't even know if I want to know, bro. Chico,
I don't know if you want to know either, dog.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, he laughed. See that? It's like he incorrigible, y'all.
Y'all remember when Mike Tyson was getting ready to fight Jake Paul, right? And he did a pre-fight interview. And once he got done, he turned around and walked away. And he had on.
That's how I'm gonna walk off and knock you out. I'm gonna have both cheeks out with 98% on one of them.
All right, y'all. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th, man. Y'all have a good one. We out of here. Bye. We leave.